All right, team, huddle up.
Coach Ness called to all of Aggie's teammates, but to be blunt, they were still racing for their lives from the bees. So the only folks who ended up in the huddle were Coach Ness, Aggie, Mari, and then Gubbins, who had curled up into a protective ball in Mari's arms. Okay, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Yeah, we got this. She looked at Mari with concerningly intense eyes. Mari just gulped and nodded back. Right, yes, we got this. We just have to follow the plan. Well, Aggie, I think most of our plans involve having the full team. Our new plan, we just follow our new plan, which is... She motioned over to Coach Ness, who looked at the two girls with deep sincerity.
Here's the plan. We cheat.
Both girls sighed. They wanted to win, obviously, but they're cheating. It's just... And then they took a look over at the other team. Most of the other teammates were frantically running around the field, making it so that their team's huddle was comprised of the coach skeleton, Galatea, who was assertively yet casually resting against the wall, and her other teammate, the handsome bronze boy named Apollo, who was also casually leaning against the wall, but in a way that was much more competitive and intentional. Timeouts aren't the kind of thing you can win or lose at, yet somehow they were still winning it, and Apollo knew it, turning over to Aggie and giving her another wink, which turned the girl a heated red as she turned over to Coach Ness and said, "Let's do it. Let's crush them." The plan was simple. Well, it wasn't actually simple, but you always got to start these things by saying the plan is simple, even when it's really convoluted, which it always is. Because of all the chaos caused by the bees, they were down to the wire at the end of the match, which meant a kickoff. Apollo would have 3 chances to try to score against Aggie. If he did it, he'd win. If he didn't, she, and by extension the rest of the team, would win. Aggie was confident she could beat Apollo anyway, but just to be safe, the 3 of them agreed, or more accurately, Ness and Aggie agreed and pulled Mari along with them, to have Gubbins roll out onto the field on accident. You couldn't hear it, but there were air quotes there. Once he was out there, Mari would panic, pick up her companion animal, and use him as an excuse to swap out the boost ball with a second corked boost ball. They would then claim the other team did it to make Apollo's kicks easier, and yeah, they win if they win, and they win if they lose. It was a simple plan. One that with a collective 14 would go off almost without a hitch. Win or lose, Aggie and Mari have figured out a way to win the boost ball game. However, somebody is going to figure out that they cheated. Who will that person be?